While the NPT has dictated that nuclear non-proliferation is a must to maintain the global order, we, as a nation, have the right to defend our territory by any means necessary, even if this means forcefully carving out our own place among the global great powers. Though this may not come without a great cost. Syria nullified their debt. We're friendly with them though. They're the Muslim Brotherhood, who we are willing to cooperate with, so we'll forgive their debt. All right, we need to infiltrate the army of Turkey because that will give us access to a decision to blow up the base they have in Iraq. So let's work on infiltrating the Turkish army. We're running a big surplus, but I want to keep that for now because that's going to allow us to pay off all that debt. We don't pay really bad interest on it. We have a 1.8 interest rate, which really isn't that bad, but we do want to get that paid down. Debt's not innately a bad thing as a country. For a person, debt is much worse than it is for a country. We'll infiltrate the military of Turkey. Oh, we just got sanctioned, didn't we? Because we refused to work with the West on a non-proliferation treaty. The powers of the world have come together to create a large-scale economic sanction on our country with the ultimate goal of diminishing or halting our pursuit of nuclear technology. Man, that's actually going to hurt us. That's realistic. The economic sanctions the West, and particularly the US, put on Iran during their attempts to get nuclear weapons were so damaging to their country. Like, oftentimes people talk about economic sanctions not doing a lot. They do a lot. It just takes a long time and it's a lot more structural versus visceral, you know? So that will hurt us a lot. Increase employment capacity. With our attempts to fixing the power grid, it has come to attention the fact that there has been a shortage of workers at our plants, from maintenance to operators. However, this gives us the opportunity to reduce unemployment in our country by hiring people to work directly under the government. Gives us more money, gives us more construction speed, and gives us even more money. We can also go about building more ships now because we do have a lot of dockyards and we have access to steel from imports now. So let me see if I can build us a really good frigate, and then let's keep training our fleet in the Persian Gulf as well. I think we have the oil for it. So, okay, we have enough oil now to train both our Air Force and our Navy at the same time. Once we get both of those trains, we'll cut off our oil imports and then just wait. Iraq Heavy Water Complex. The Iraq nuclear plant is a planned heavy water reactor under construction adjacent to the 1990s era Iraq Heavy Water Production Plant. While there are many international concerns about the reactor's ability to produce enough plutonium for nuclear weapons, we have denied that the reactor complex is going to be used for such purposes. Only time will tell if our words are true. We'll go for a defense company for small arms and then a defense company for our armor as well. Yeah, there it is. Blow Turkey Iraqi base. Let's do it. We'll send Sahid, he's back. We'll send Waller as well. Deterrence theory holds that nuclear weapons are intended to deter from other states from attacking with their nuclear weapons, though the promise of retaliation and possibly mutually assured destruction. If we are to deter foreign aggression, we will need to obtain our own nuclear weapons. How are we to proceed? In our attempt to obtain nuclear weapons, we have forgotten to discuss the fine details of how we would get said nukes. The Ministry of Defense suggests developing our weapons within our own borders, whilst the Ministry of Foreign Affairs suggesting contacting our trade partners, the Koreans, for assistance in the pursuit of the ultimate deterrent. The final decision now falls onto the great leader, Saeed Ali Hosseini Khamenei. We'll build it ourselves. We want homegrown plutonium. We don't want imported plutonium. With determination and tears, we have gotten so close to our goal, the obtaining of nuclear weapons. Soon will our first weapon be produced, and the world will finally realize the true potential and might that is Iran. Oh shit, they did. Baselli. A fucking right-wing populist. Yeah, we'd be very hostile to them at this point. Work with local talent. Working with our local nuclear physicists, we can avoid having to recruit foreign aid on this project and keep our own project secret. This focus reward can be improved or worsened depending on the level of education your nation has. Thankfully, it's really high, so we're fine. With Pride and Prejudice, we have gotten so close to our goal, the obtaining of nuclear weapons. Soon will our first weapon be produced and the world will finally realize the true potential and might that is Iran. Let's go ahead. High yield uranium. And let's start producing fissile material. If we just build up to 30 and we coup them, we can just wait till elections. Whoa, hold on. Hold on. All right, Turkey just invaded Syria. They're our biggest historical ally. The Syrian government is in large degree propped up and a product of the Iranian foreign policy. Okay. I think we can probably only send intervention forces. We're just gonna have to continue our intelligence effort to fuck with Turkey. We can't, no, they're not in NATO anymore. Oh shit, they're out of NATO. Okay, what we need to do is save up for global interventionism. Once that's done, we're gonna go to war with Turkey. In the meantime, we're gonna try and hold their forces by spending units to hopefully get the Syrian government to hold. We'll send some special forces. We'll send some tanks. They've got a lot of forces, but Turkey is very strong. Fuck. Well, I did not expect that. That is very... Alright. Well, we're gonna go into the thick of it. This is right when we get nuclear weapons, too, so the timing on this is pretty wild. We have done it. Finally, the time has come. We have set up the testing area underground as part of Project Medan, southeast of Semnan. In just a few moments, we will test weapons that we have so dreamed of having. And finally, we will do more than merely survive. We will thrive. Okay, we're gonna test our nuclear weapons. Right when we send intervention forces into Syria, too. Man, if I was a US foreign policy advisor in this timeline, I'd be fucking sweating bullets. Okay, let's go work on our military stuff a little bit, given we're about to be at a war. We're going to establish the Ministry of Defense. The Ministry of Defense and Armed Forces Logistics is the defense ministry of the Islamic Republic of Iran and part of the country's executive branch. We'll get 2 mils. It'll cost us 15 billion, and we're going to get large military funding. So we'll go for that. All right, they've got around 50 divisions, 5 special forces. We've gotten a lot of our advisors. I need to work on my spirits of the army, my division command and stuff. I didn't expect to be in an actual fighting war this quick. Thankfully, we've already hacked the Turkish global interventionism and justify war goal. 240 days, and we're going to directly go into this conflict alongside Syria. So we'll need to start putting forces on the border with Turkey. We're going to have to fight for those fucking eastern Turkish mountains, though, which are brutal. I don't think they're contending on the air anymore, are they? No, because they've got them up in Syria. Come on, break it. There we go. Get in there. Get in there. Oh, fuck. They're fucking retreating. I'd force attack, but we don't have enough command power. We're going to go in with our motorized and our special forces when we cross the mountain range in the east. The Imam Hussein University is a military academy located in Tehran. Although it is a public school not under the flag of the IRGC or the Ministry of Defense, it works closely in tandem with the military to ensure the correct curriculum is being taught, as those who graduated can be recruited by the IRGC after an interview. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. Our aircraft are getting shut down en masse too. Yeah, they're holding pretty nicely. We really need to... Oh, man, I waited way too long on my military techs. I always fucking do that. We'll see about a counteroffensive here. If we can have enough superiority and enough IFVs, we should actually beat most of their divisions back here. We have to find a way to attrition them. Oh man, if we can get that and hold that river line, that'd be huge. Compromise with reformists. The reformist faction of our military are those that want to update our current military doctrine to conventional warfare, in contrast to our traditional methods. Best to not have a military divided on tactics. Therefore, we should compromise with these reformist elements to appease them and ensure contentedness. We went for the halfway doctrine anyway, so that works out. They're breaking, but these guys held for so goddamn long. That's insane. How long we got? 50 days. Syria may actually hold until we invade. Regular maneuvers. Regular warfare favors indirect warfare and asymmetrical warfare approaches, though it may employ a full range of military and other capabilities in order to erode the adversary's power, influence, and will. It is inherently a protracted struggle that will test the resolve of the state and its strategic partners. We can employ these tactics to break down the will of our enemies and ultimately win. Plotting speed bonus and army XP bonus. We're almost at the final one too, which is really good. We have no range. If we can rush and get that air base, which we might be able to. There's only one division on. Our priority is to grab that air base in Vaughn. If we do, we'll have strategic advantage when it comes to air power. Our intervention forces are being returned. Syria's probably going to fall, but if we can breach the eastern front, and if we can take that air base, it'll be worth it. Syria wants to join our faction. That's fine. They have all their air still in Syria. We got to really push here. We have the advantage. This will not last. The further we get into these mountains, the better. Syria is still holding. They're really down, but they're holding. We just can't break through these mountains right now. We will build up our infrastructure and more train lines to get us more equipment. So a very good time for a counterattack. The military has become severely under-equipped due to years of mismanagement. If we are to have any chance at revitalizing the military, we will have to ensure production of equipment ourselves. Which is fine, we'll get a mill and then we'll start to get some better stats on that. I was wondering why we were doing so well in Greater Turkey and Anatolian airspace. It's because all their planes are in fucking Iran. We'll move all of our planes to do air superiority in Greater Iran. We want to just take down as many of their aircraft as we can. Now, it's based on centered around the focal point in the middle, if I remember correctly, regardless of where engagements are happening. So I'm actually going to pull back all these aircraft so we get the advantage on positioning. We are out exchanging their air force right now. They have fucking F-16s though, man. I mean, they're not the most advanced, but those are good aircraft. They're better than ours, I believe. We're behind on multi-role fighters. We are behind on every type of fighter. RGC Self-Sufficiency Jihad Organization. The RGC Self-Sufficiency Jihad Organization is an R&D unit institution that develops and manufactures ground-penetrating radar, communication system, weaponry, combat vehicles, electronic cyber warfare equipment, with its production facilities located in both Tehran and Isfahan. We'll get bonuses for missiles, armor, we're going to get construction speed and research speed. We're trading 1 for 1 and they have more air. Now, if we can disrupt and lower their air advantage by enough, it will be in our interest. We really just have to wait for our tech advantages and for modern equipment buildup. One of the big issues is we got to go up against Turkish tanks, which are really good quality, and we're using ATGMs from the fucking 80s. So until we research modern ATGMs, which we will have in 115 days and start to produce these, our ability for majority of our divisions, which are infantry or IFVs, to actually push back armor is going to be limited. We just have to attrition this war, to be frank, and play the long game here. Which is not the way I like to fight wars, but we don't have an option. They just have such a high buildup. This is where we could really push, but until we get a supply line out there and get a supply depot built there, we won't be able to do anything. Continue to up our corporate tax rate. We got to offset all the debt. We're spending a lot on this war. Military costs double in Millennium Dawn when you're in a war, so they're pretty extensive for us right now. I'm going to convoy raid with our destroyers, which is risky. The Turkish Navy will destroy us, but I'm banking on them not being able to get to the Suez. Once we win this air war with them and they stop being able to bomb us, then we can really start to think about the offensive. I mean, because they're still just really taking out our infrastructure routes. They really improved the AI in Millennium Dawn now. It really does do a number on you if you're not careful. There's a picture that correlates to it. Let me shoot this picture to you guys. This don't look like a 5th generation fighter. It looks like it's made out of cardboard and spray painted. Look at this shit. That's like me getting a paraglider, putting a machine gun on it, and calling it a 5th generation fighter jet. Not really. We've killed a lot of their F-16s. They've only got 39 left. I'm putting all of our casts up. And I'm going to try and do a spearhead. We've got a lot of casts. We might actually get this. We'll go right for there and try and encircle those divisions if we can. Here we go. Come on. Oh man, we got to do this. We got to do this carefully though. I want to go straight for their infrastructure lines at this point. We're really cutting here. If we can cut off this line right here, we're going to cut off all their supply except by sea. Oh, fuck. Al Gore just declared war on Iraq. Whoa, in 2012. That's fucking blitzkrieg right there. Goddamn. All right, we won the war. We took a bunch of equipment too. A lot of very valuable aircraft. Okay. Okay, so we have a puppet Turkey. We have annexed the eastern portions of Iran, which if we want to go by Persian claims, we technically kind of have a claim on. And then we took a Gaziantep. So we now have a port in the Mediterranean, which is hugely strategic. Russia's been trying to get that for fucking years and they still don't have it. Syria is also now in our faction permanently, and they're a close ally. We gave them Hatay, so they obviously really like us now.